Surprise last-minute tickets for Taylor Swift's Melbourne shows released.
Taylor Swift fans are getting another chance to see the megastar live with more tickets going on sale for her Melbourne shows. Additional tickets for Swift's concerts at the MCG will go on sale from 4 p.m. on Thursday, Frontier Touring said in the surprise announcement, noting more tickets could become available over the weekend. Lines of Swifties have already begun forming outside the Ticketek offices in the CBD as desperate fans hope to get their hands on what they thought was a sold-out tour. Many others started hitting refresh as tickets became available online.
Frontier Touring have hinted at extra tickets being made available over the next 3 days, telling fans to check the Ticketek website on show days for late production release tickets.
Swift landed at Melbourne Airport very early on Thursday morning ahead of her first show on Friday night. The global phenomenon will play 3 shows at the MCG as part of her Eras tour.
Swift was quickly whisked away in a convoy of black SUVs to Crown Towers in Southbank close to Melbourne's CBD.
She will then travel to Sydney for another 4 shows at Accor Stadium next weekend. It is unknown whether more tickets to the Sydney shows will become available. Last year, the first tranche of tickets for Swift's Sydney shows sold out within 2 hours, while Melbourne seats were snapped up in just under an hour. Die-hard fans slept out overnight to secure seats, bonding over their love of Time's 2023 Person of the Year. The Eras Tour is officially the highest-grossing music tour ever, becoming the first to exceed $1 billion $1.54 billion, in revenue, breaking the record set by Elton John's 5-year farewell tour. Kicking off in Melbourne on Friday, the show takes fans through each of Swift's musical eras, with highlights from her 10 studio albums. The show runs for about 3.5 hours, and Swift will sing 44 songs that span her musical career. Megan Fox responds to criticism of Super Bowl party photo with Taylor Swift. "Look how different I don't look."
The Transformers star blamed the difference in appearance on a shadowy cell phone pic.
Megan Fox is clapping back at critics who had negative things to say about her appearance during the 2024 Super Bowl weekend. On Wednesday, the Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen actress, 37, posted photos of herself with her fiancé, rapper Machine Gun Kelly, as the pair posed with Taylor Swift and her beau, Travis Kelce. She also added a second image from the same night. The snaps were taken at Resorts World Las Vegas Zouk nightclub following the Kansas City Chiefs' victory over the San Francisco 49ers on Sunday. They were first shared on Tuesday by Chiefs fan Joe Moravec. After the pictures surfaced, some trolls honed in on Fox's facial features, accusing the movie star of having plastic surgery done. "Oh my god guys, look how different I don't look at all," the Expend4 Bless talent wrote in her Instagram caption.
"Turns out it was just a shadowy cell phone pic of me looking like a Ukrainian blow-up doll," she continued. "When in reality I look like one of those super expensive silicone real sex dolls you can only get in Japan." Woman tipping hand light skin tone.
Last summer, Fox opened up about not always feeling confident during an interview for the Sports Illustrated Swimsuit 2023 issue. "I have body dysmorphia. I don't ever see myself the way other people see me," she said. "There's never a point in my life where I loved my body, never, ever. When I was little, that was an obsession I had of, like, but I should look this way," the actress explained. "And why I had an awareness of my body that young I'm not sure, and it definitely wasn't environmental because I grew up in a very religious environment where bodies weren't even acknowledged." Fox added that learning to love herself is a never-ending journey. Before partying with Swift and Kelce, both 34, the actress and the emo girl, rapper, 33, enjoyed themselves in Vegas for Super Bowl weekend. The couple attended a Future concert at the Thomas and Mack Center on Friday. Videos shared by an MGK fan account showed him and Fox matching one another in all-black outfits. Later on, the pair parted ways as she arrived solo at the One Party by Uber at Fontainebleau, Las Vegas. She wore a studded black corset top, latex pants and clear heels for the occasion. Just days before, a source told People that a sighting of the on-again off-again couple at an improv comedy show in Los Angeles seemed like a date night. Fox and Kelly sat in the back for the entire show and were cozy, the insider added of their outing. How Taylor Swift's jet can fly faster than commercial airlines. The world's eyes were on Taylor Swift's jet as it landed in Melbourne at 12:49 a.m. after she flew from the United States following her boyfriend Travis Kelce's team Kansas City Chiefs win at the Super Bowl 58. Swift has been racking up air miles as she jets around the globe for her Eras Tour, which has its first Australian show in Melbourne tomorrow night, as well as to watch Kelce's games. But does her private jet fly faster than regular commercial planes? The short answer is yes, but not for the reasons you might think. Aviation expert Jeffrey Thomas told 9news.com.au executive jets were designed to fly about 50 or 60 kilometers faster than conventional aircraft. Swift's exact route wasn't tracked, but she flew from Los Angeles to Honolulu and then on to Melbourne in a chartered Bombardier Global 6000 on flight VJT 993. On a trip from Los Angeles to Melbourne, a private jet would save about an hour in flight time compared to commercial. Thomas said the real advantage was that private jets can fly at 50,000 feet compared to commercial aircraft that fly at about 35,000 to 40,000 feet, which means they can fly over commercial air traffic. If you're flying 5 or 10,000 feet above the conventional traffic, then you can go straight through to your destination without any impediment at all. Being stuck in air traffic in the United States or Europe particularly, and in many parts of Asia, can really slow you up. On a long flight of 10 hours it can slow you up by an hour, at least, depending on circumstances. He said private jets could fly higher and faster due to aspects of their construction, which was made with carbon fiber instead of aluminium, and their structural integrity. Thomas said flying in a private jet also guaranteed VIP service all the way. He said private jet passengers bypassed security and customs met the aircraft to do their inspections. It's also because if they are going to go through a conventional terminal at Tullamarine, can you imagine the chaos if Taylor Swift was walking through security and customs?
It would be bedlam and flights would be delayed.
Swift and other major celebrities have been criticized for the CO2 emissions they create by environmentalists from flying in private jets after student Jack Sweeney began legally tracking the carbon output of these flights and posting on X, formerly Twitter. According to the BBC, Swift's 12-hour, 5,000-mile, 8,046 kilometers, flight from Tokyo to Las Vegas produced 138 tons of CO2 emissions. Swift claims she has bought double the amount of carbon credits to offset her Eras Tour. Thomas said he didn't think the criticism was fair. Celebrities, executives of very large companies, VIPs, politicians, important military people, they need to go on VIP jets for a raft of reasons. If we had a raft of celebrities going through Tullamarine every day, a bad situation would become terrible, so we need to separate them. Unfortunately, some of these celebrities also get death threats, so if I was flying on an aeroplane, if some controversial figure was sitting in first class, I'd be thinking, how safe am I?
Swift arrived in Australia after midnight, so Thomas said there was minimum impact on security.
The Bombardier Global 6000 she chartered is an 8 to 10-seater, which is one of the leading executive jets in the world.
They've got aircraft all over the world that will fly you from point A to point B, and it's a fantastic service for those who can afford it, Thomas said.
VistaJet, which owns the aircrafts, said the jets had a flight time of 13 hours, room for 7 sleeping passengers and a cabin length of 14.8 meters. Rail workers to strike on first day of Taylor Swift Eras Tour in Melbourne. Fans traveling to the first of Taylor Swift's concerts are being warned to plan ahead. Taylor Swift fans planning on getting in line early to see the megastar could be facing delays as rail operators plan to stop work on the first day of her sold-out string of concerts in Melbourne. The rail, tram and bus union is taking the industrial action, with all operation staff stopping work between 3 a.m. and 7 a.m. on Friday, Monday and February 29. The complete network shutdown could cause chaos for passengers traveling from regional Victoria to Melbourne ahead of Friday night's Eras Tour concert at the Melbourne Cricket Ground. While the work stoppage is scheduled for 3 a.m. to 7 a.m., there will be knock-on effects to services right throughout the day.
RTBU Branch Secretary Vic Sharma said. People from regional areas attending the Taylor Swift concert on Friday night who were planning to travel by V-Line are therefore encouraged to consider alternative travel arrangements if they can. V-Line has notified commuters of the strike action involving a full train network closure and urged passengers to avoid traveling on Friday morning.
Passengers are advised to avoid traveling in the morning as a very limited coach replacement service will operate from first service until 8 a.m. with significant delays expected, the line stated. Trains will progressively return from approximately 8 a.m. but delays and cancellations will continue across the day, and services may be busier than usual while we work to recover the timetable. Mr. Sharma said it was extremely disappointing. The strike had to go ahead, but it was necessary to ensure their concerns about safety are taken seriously. The line workers are seeking a fair and reasonable enterprise agreement that reflects the rising cost of living and addresses key workplace issues such as job security, he said. This dispute is becoming increasingly disruptive for regional communities.
The Allen Labor government is responsible for these disruptions. It needs to take responsibility, respect regional workers, and get this matter resolved.
Freight trains will continue to operate during the planned industrial action. Passengers are encouraged to check online for updated timetables. Ahead of the Taylor's first Aussie gig since 2018, fans will be able to jump on 150 extra metro train services across the 3 days, as well as extra regional V-line trains after the industrial action ends. Poll. A third of Republicans buy into Taylor Swift election conspiracy. Roughly a third of Republicans believe in a covert government effort for Taylor Swift to help President Biden win the 2024 presidential race, new polling reveals. Why it matters. The conspiracy theory is one of many that Republicans embrace about nefarious covert government efforts, related to anything from elections to criminal indictments against former President Trump. By the numbers. While nearly 3/4 of adults do not believe that a covert government effort exists, 18% do, according to a Monmouth University poll released Wednesday. Among the 18% of believers include 32% of Republicans, 18% of independents and 6% of Democrats. Meanwhile, the 73% of non-believers comprise 89% of Democrats, 72% of independents and 57% of Republicans. Catch up quick. The legendary pop star Swift has been at the forefront of right-wing conspiracy theories in recent weeks. Among the most extreme conspiracies about Swift and her boyfriend, Kansas City Chiefs Travis Kelce, who recently clinched a Super Bowl victory, is that their relationship is a deep state psyop orchestrated by the NFL and Democrats to work in President Biden's favor. Zoom out. Other recent polls reflect similar sentiments from Republicans in regard to other conspiracy theories, including those surrounding the January 6 Capitol riot. A quarter of Americans believe that the FBI instigated the January 6 attack, including 34% of Republicans, a Washington Post University of Maryland poll found. Taylor Swift praised by boyfriend Travis Kelce for chugging drink during the Super Bowl. She's a pro. Travis Kelce's brother, Jason Kelce, said their star-studded VIP suite was overwhelming, and referred to Travis and Taylor Swift as two people in love. Taylor Swift earned praise from boyfriend Travis Kelce and his brother Jason Kelce after the pop star chugged a drink during Sunday's Super Bowl.
During the game's telecast, the 34-year-old singer and her friend Ashley Avignon were seen downing their drinks in a moment that appeared on the Jumbotron and later went viral. Travis and Jason played the clip during Wednesday's episode of their New Heights podcast, and both NFL stars shared their admiration for Swift's drinking skills.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what was going on at first. I was sitting behind them, and I saw them go for the drinks. And then I go, oh, this is happening. Chug, chug, Jason recalled. She's getting after it. Pretty cool. And this is on the Jumbotron. Nice, Travis said. And then the slam down, the Kansas City tight end exclaimed as he watched Swift finish off her beverage and slam it on the table. That's what I'm saying, the Philadelphia Eagles player added before Travis noted that the blank space hitmaker must have done this before. Not her first rodeo, Jason joked. She's a pro, Travis agreed. While Travis and Jason were impressed, Swift and Avignon's Jumbotron appearance was met with a mix of cheers and boos from the crowd inside Allegiant Stadium. Travis and the Chiefs won in overtime after beginning the final play on the 13-yard line, notably Swift's lucky number. Swift and Travis were spotted in an intimate moment as friends and family joined the team on the field for the post-game trophy presentation. Kelce found his way to Swift in the large crowd, and the two shared a hug and a kiss as the singer-songwriter placed her hands on the NFL star's face.
While Travis was on the field, Swift and Jason were seen cheering him on from their VIP suite alongside other celebrities, including Sir Paul McCartney, Blake Lively, Lana Del Rey, Ice Spice and Miles and Kaylee Teller. They were also joined by the brothers' parents, Donna and Ed Kelsey, and Jason's wife, Kylie Kelsey.
During Wednesday's New Heights podcast, Jason admitted he didn't watch Usher's halftime show due to all the activity in the VIP box.
There was so much happening in the suite. Turns out everybody wants to meet Taylor, Jason said. Shaquille O'Neal came on in the suite.
I think it was my first time really understanding kinda some of the things that she has to deal with on a daily basis, he added. There were so many star-studded people there. Where it's like, dude, everyone wants to come see her, but the suite is only so big. It was overwhelming, to be honest with you, Jason continued. It was very overwhelming. I was going outside the suite talking to Keegan-Michael Key, his wife and a bunch of people. The celebrity attendance at the game was pretty unreal, he noted. Anyways, so I didn't watch a lick of it either. Travis pointed out that the 14-time Grammy Award winner is accustomed to the attention that comes with her level of fame. It's the Vegas Super Bowl, baby. The stars are out. You gotta love it, man, he said. Taylor thrives in those situations. She's been in them countless times in her life. Jason later raved about having the chance to meet McCartney in the box during the game. I'm watching the game, he recalled. I'm sitting with Miles Teller. Shout out to Miles. We were partying all night.
But Miles, big Eagles fan. We're watching the game, talking ball. He's a huge football fan. And all of a sudden I hear Taylor behind me like, Jason, turn around.
I look around, and Paul McCartney is standing right there, he added with a laugh. I'm like, what the heck is this? There's royalty in the office. Oh my gosh. After recapping the game, Travis and Jason discussed the Chiefs' after-party at the XS nightclub at Wynn Las Vegas. During the event, Travis and Taylor were spotted dancing together while singing along to two of her hit songs, You Belong With Me, and Love Story. While singing, You Belong With Me, the pair were seen pointing at each other. In another video, the two held hands before singing, You'll Be the Prince and I'll Be the Princess, as Love Story played in the background. While speaking on their podcast, Travis and Jason recalled highlights from the party. Travis noted with a laugh that nobody parties better than his brother. It was electric, having my big brother around, he said, laughing. The two then played a clip in which Jason was seen dancing enthusiastically while wearing a luchador mask next to the party's DJ Marshmello. It really didn't start getting to the next level until I found that luchador mask because, initially, when I first got there, you were trying to get me to go up on the stage, and I'm like, nah, I'm going to be over here. This is your guys' time, Jason said. There's something about finding that luchador mask that really just transformed it, Jason continued. The belly dance where it was just like the bobbing up and down, Travis joked of Jason's dancing. Going with the motion, letting the belly take control, Jason added. There was a video of them showing me and Taylor and then panning to you and Marshmello, Travis recalled. And it's a very strong dichotomy of just two different worlds, two people in love and enjoying the moment together and panning to a complete Neanderthal who is no longer connected with modern-day society, Jason said as the brothers dissolved into laughter.
Swift and Kelsey publicly debuted their new relationship at the Sept. 24 Chiefs game. The two met after Kelsey revealed he had hoped to meet Swift while attending her Eras Tour, Kansas City concert stop in July.
18% of Americans believe in Taylor Swift and Joe Biden conspiracy, poll claims.
18% of Americans believe Taylor Swift is plotting to help Joe Biden secure second term in 2024 election. Singer's BF Travis Kelce is also part of this plan.
A new poll from Monmouth University revealed that 18% of Americans think that Taylor Swift is involved in a plot to help Joe Biden secure a second term as president in the 2024 election. The recent poll also showed that 46% of Americans had heard of this conspiracy theory, which has been circulating in some conservative media outlets.
Patrick Murray, the director of the Monmouth University Polling Institute, commented on the results in a statement on Tuesday. He said, the supposed Taylor Swift psyop conspiracy has legs among a decent number of Trump supporters. Even many who hadn't heard about it before we polled them accept the idea as credible. Welcome to the 2024 election. The conspiracy theory claims that Swift, who publicly supported Biden over Trump in 2020, is dating Travis Kelce, the tight end of the Kansas City Chiefs NFL team, as part of a scheme to influence voters.
The theory also suggests that Swift was planning to perform at the halftime show of the Super Bowl last Sunday, where she would endorse Biden for his expected rematch with Trump in the presidential race. However, Swift did not appear at the event, nor did Kelce propose to her, as some had speculated. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers, which the conspiracy theory alleges was another component of Biden's nefarious plan. Biden's social media team tweeted a "Dark Brandon" meme, featuring him with laser eyes, and the message, "Just like we drew it up." Trump, who has not conceded his defeat in 2020, accused Swift of being disloyal if she endorsed Biden again, because she had benefited from the Music Modernization Act, a law that addressed the issue of royalties from streaming services and was passed during Trump's presidency.
What else the poll says? The Monmouth poll also found that 73% of Americans did not believe in the Taylor Swift conspiracy, while 9% were unsure. Of those who believed in the conspiracy, 71% identified with or leaned towards the Republican Party, and 83% said they would vote for Trump in November. The poll also indicated that 68% of Americans approved of Swift encouraging her fans to vote, but there was a partisan divide. 88% of Democrats and 42% of Republicans shared this view.